Are you offering unsolicited advice at the gym?
Are you standing in front of the weights while you do your workout?
Or are you leaving your weights on the machine for the next victim? If you're guilty of any of these, then you are guilty of our biggest gym pet peeves.
And we hate you. And we judge you. And we watch you. Here's the list of what we're doing, the gym pet peeves. You know, we drove up here together. You know how it's going.
They don't know how it's going, though.
Yeah, it's a good day. I have nothing to complain about. You know that. I got a couple things that irritate
We have a
me
few things that we're going to complain about
in this video today. But
yeah.
So, let's just say we've been going to a new gym. They got the fly on me.
Yeah.
There's also a little tiny fly in here, so
if I swat him,
that's just a
I'm
normal
not
day.
abusing him.
Help me.
Help. Aw.
She beats me. Anyway, had to start going to a new gym just because of our relocation, and it's a big box gym because it's pretty much temporary for a couple months. It's like ranges from $10 to $30 a month. That's what it is, and it's a different atmosphere
than what we're used to.
Than what we.
Because we previously were at a smaller bodybuilding gym where it was very much a community. Everybody knew each other. Everybody respected each other. This gym, however, is a free-for-all.
Mad Max.
It is. It's Mad Max style gym.
It's not that bad. It's not crazy, but it's a big box gym. It has a pretty big name. A lot of people go there. So you get a lot of newcomers and a lot of younger people that don't know a lot of gym etiquette. Mm-hmm. So these are things that really and I think the people that have been going to the gym for a while, and I hope this is most people that are going to a gym or whatever, or if you're just starting, hopefully these will help you so you understand, what your responsibilities are.
Right.
When it's not your gym. Yeah. You don't own it. All the spaces are not yours. It's a public gym, so there's a lot of people going in. Mm-hmm. So you kind of got to respect the whole thing, right? The whole area, no matter what it is. If it was your gym and you spent all the money to build it and other people coming in throwing your shit around, mistreating your equipment, and just being, I want to say, not disrespectful, because I don't think it's intentional a lot of times.
Yeah.
I just think they're oblivious. Mm-hmm. They just think, someone else is going to pick this shit up. Someone else is going to fix this. Someone else is going to clean it. It'll never break. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is just, and I don't want to say entitlement, but a lot of people just feel like, someone, the next person will be able to lift this weight or can deal with my weights. And a lot of times it's like, no, that's not the case, especially when there's 4 or 5 plates on a machine. Yes. And then someone like me comes up and I'm like, I can't do a plate on this machine at all. Now I have to take all these weights off, and the effort put into that, you don't really necessarily always realize that just the effort of taking off plates and putting plates onto a machine can make your workout a little bit more difficult.
It's energy expended.
Yeah,
especially if for someone like you, if it's like you're saying the heavier weight and it's 4 plates on each side of a barbell. And man, that's a lot of time, and you're winded and sweating by the time that's emptied, and then you got to try to find and put a 10 or 15 or 20 or 45 liter
right, and then actually physically do,
and then wait to do your workout.
Yeah.
And another thing too that people don't realize, I think this is what gets me more, is when I very first started, I thought I was being nice to leave some weights on. Like you were saying, 45s are easy. I'll leave 145 on because obviously everyone can lift 145. And then I realized, that's not true. Mm-hmm. It's not true. People that are starting out, elderly people that need to do these certain things, especially on machines and stuff, it's still always nice to leave the machine exactly how it was, because no one even knows if that machine is being used. Right. That's a big thing. If you leave your weights on, especially on a squat rack or a hack squat, or just weights on the machine, leg press, people will see that and be like, somebody must be using that and has weights on it, and they won't get it. Right. They won't jump on. And if you really want to use it and it makes it uncomfortable to go try to I'm going to jump on this machine and it looks like someone's been working on it.
Right, exactly. I feel like the fly's on me.
The fly's never on you, baby. He only comes to shit.
Oh, stop. All right, so I would say that the first thing that is our pet peeve is definitely not re-racking your weights. So that being said, please do, when you're at the gym, be considerate of the other people that are going to be using the machine after you, making sure that they are aware that you are no longer using the machine and that you're not going to leave someone like me, who's not necessarily the strongest person in the world, to come over and have to then juggle all of the weights that you left on it.
Yeah, and that goes for all your weights. Even if you take dumbbells somewhere, kettlebells, anything you use in the gym,
put it away.
Should just be put away. If jump rope,
would you do that? I mean, would you do that if you were like at your house or your friend's house, just like leave stuff everywhere for people to trip on?
Well, if that's your house, though, yes, most people would, because then you don't have to deal with putting the weight back on.
Yeah, but if it's just like scattered,
not laying all over the floor though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In this area, I have seen leg press full of plates, 4 or 5 plates just left on the leg press. In between the 2 leg presses, there's 2 sets of dumbbells that someone's using with a plate they were standing on, and they just it's like they got an emergency call.
Right.
It's like I'm in middle set and holy shit, my dog's sick, and you run home and just had to leave everything. That's what it looks like in a lot of spots.
Exactly.
Right. So that one is very irritating, just because how it just affects so many different things inside the gym.
Yeah, and it's dangerous, quite frankly. Like leaving things like that. Like
you can trip and fall.
It's dangerous.
No one else should have to do your work. I'm a big advocate of someone else having to clean up your mess. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, so our next thing is standing in front of the dumbbell rack to do your workout. Like, I get it. You're using dumbbells. You're, maybe switching back and forth between weights for different things. That's fine. But when you're standing directly in front of the rack and literally using the rack as, like some kind of stability, like that's not okay. Because then other people can't go up and grab the weights that they need, and it just looks douchey.
I think it's a big, I think it's a huge douche move, and I've seen it, and maybe since I started later in life, this is more of an old school bodybuilding gym thing that I've seen a lot of older dudes do this, and it's just like, I figure if you're an experienced lifter, then respect and just being the awareness should already be there, because you have to set a tone and you should set the standard and how the things are supposed to be in the gym if you're the experienced one, right?
Right.
So, but I've seen a lot of older dudes walk up and they'll just go right to the dumbbell. I've seen guys walk up, put their drinking jacket on the dumbbell rack and stand there and do their little curls and hammer curls or their row right at the dumbbell rack. And it's like, you are doing this, especially if it's in a used 45 pounds, because a lot of people use 25 to 45 pounds, and you're right there, right on the other stuff that you're not using. So no one wants to try to come up to you and talk, hey man, look, I need to get, or I'm just I just come in and grab stuff, and then they always look at me, flies getting me. Then they always look at me well, why are you doing that? You got to understand your purpose and your spot.
Yeah, because you don't want to be the guy that has to come up and interrupt someone when they're in their workout. It just makes it super awkward. And, it's just, I think it's rude to do
it's very rude. I think it's very rude to think that, and if you need to, obviously, I think it's very rude to think that no one else is going to use these, or you don't care. My workout's going to get done right here. Looking right in my mirror at myself, here. Just, it only takes, pick your stuff up and take 2 or 3 steps back. Enough to where someone can come in. There should, if it's a crowded gym and a small gym, I understand there's going to be places you got to walk through people, but you don't want to be in the way. You shouldn't be in the way, and you shouldn't make people feel uncomfortable. Other people shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable either.
Yeah.
So there's that, pushback, but I agree, definitely just take your step back. Don't put your stuff on there. Just be courteous. That's a big thing. Be courteous.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Courtesy goes a long way.
It goes a long way nowadays, but that is irritating as hell.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That is just one of those things. I'm sitting there, I'm just watching somebody, and I'm just like, what, man, come on. There's people, myself, if I'm trying to get stuff done, I'll just skip that whole part. And sometimes you either go lighter or you go heavier, and it's just not that it's my ideal. I have to do this every single time. I'm pretty good at changing things up and being nonchalant about it, but it's just irritating to see that kind of stuff happen. That leads into the next one of, don't put your random ass stuff like your bag and your water bottle, your phone, whatever, on a bench or a piece of equipment you are not using just to hold your stuff. I've seen people do that too.
Yeah.
And that's a very big one, because then someone may think you're using it. You're not using it. It's not a table. There's a floor. It's your responsibility. If you need to, get a bag, keep all your stuff in and put your bag on the floor. Yeah. But I've seen people do look over and there'll be a tricep dip machine or some kind of machine, and they've laid their stuff on it, or a decline bench press. I've seen that. They'll lay their stuff on it, and then they'll go over here to the machine beside it and do their workout.
Yeah,
And it's
because
like-
people think that you're using that piece of equipment when you're not using it, and it makes it really, again, super awkward. I've had that happen a couple of times, even at our last gym.
Yeah, that was getting, a couple people used to do that.
Yeah, where it's like, are you using this? And they're like, oh, no. And I'm like, but your bottle and your towel and your phone are sitting here, but you're not actually using it. You're, a few steps away. So, yeah, you just want to, again, it's just being courteous to other people at the gym and not giving the wrong impression or wrong idea that you're using something when you're not.
And granted, we've all probably done this by accident. Same thing with re-racking weights. I know there's a couple times where you get done and you're exhausted. And you're like, phew, gather up your stuff, take a drink, wait a second, kind of start walking away. Just make sure you go back and fix it.
Yeah.
Like I've obviously done things, and I've obviously laid stuff somewhere and been like, oh, I didn't realize, that looked like that.
So our next pet peeve, the hunter-gatherer.
That's a great term.
The hunter-gatherer, where you need like 10 different things for your little circuit workout. And so you've gathered all these things around you. So you've got dumbbells of various weights, and you've got your barbells and maybe a bench, and then like some random bands or whatever it is.
Kettlebells and your bag, and then your water bottle.
And you're taking up like
towel.
a 50-foot radius at the gym.
Actually, I was telling you about that. The new gym has somebody I've already knows that does that a lot. And I always find it funny because it's just like, dude, you have 5 different pairs of dumbbells in 5 different pounds. It's a lot of space. And then you'll have a barbell, and then you'll have your bag. And it's like, it's not like the gym is vast area of separation. There's like a bench, and then, 3 feet away, another bench. So if you're doing side raises beside each other, you could touch each other's hands. So if all this stuff around is definitely like you just blatant disregard but maybe there's something there that I don't know in the thing, but that's one of the things that I don't really understand at all.
Yeah, when you're bogarting, especially if you're not at like a gym that has a wide variance of weights and you sort of bogarted most of them for yourself. So then there's other people in the gym that can't use them. And we get it, like when you have specific workout program that you're following and you need these things for, different things, whatever, if you're doing a circuit, like I get it. But there's also like, how can we work around that so maybe you're not having like half the gym equipment with you personally for that you can allow other people to have an opportunity to maybe use something.
I just think it's number one, your goals are not more important than anyone else's goals. If you're going from Mr. Olympia and you're like, you won the Arnold and you're doing all these things, and your goal is not more important than the 30-year-old housewife that's trying to lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
No matter what you think, your goal is not more important. Getting?
Oh, no, I missed it.
We're not that fast, but yeah, to the individual person, your goal was not better than them. It doesn't matter, and to any, what I'm saying. So it doesn't make okay for you to go grab a bunch of stuff so other people can't use them. So you can't justify that technically. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Even my goals are never. The way I look at it is, I will do a superset, which will be like a barbell and some hammer curls or dumbbells, right? I'll go buy the barbells and I'll go grab the dumbbells and bring them over there if I can't walk over. If there's a lot going on, and that's fine. I have 1 pair of dumbbells. If somebody comes up and grabs I don't own anything. I'm not like I'm using that. It's just like, oh, hey, go take it. That's how I work. And then I can get a bigger set of dumbbells, smaller set of dumbbells, or use a different barbell. You don't have to be that particular all the time.
Yeah, flexibility is really good when you're at the gym, especially when you're in a bigger gym like we're talking about, where there's lots of people and a lot going on. So having flexibility is always nice, and not feeling the need to claim ownership over so many things at once. It's not yours. So, yeah.
It's not yours. You can't go in and just be like, I need these 3 sets or 3 exercises from now. I'm going to go ahead and take it all so no one else gets to use it, so my whole workout plan's not interrupted. I feel like that's a dick move. Right? It kind of is a dick, because everyone in here, for the most part, is kind of figuring it out. Because if you're in a big gym, it's really packed, and they got one Smith machine, and you just look at the Smith machine as soon as you get there and throw all your bags on it and camp out on it, it's kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
Now, if you need 2 exercises, you can put them back to back, do all your exercise, and go about your day.
Yeah.
But like that, you can't just hoard the stuff. It's not. Don't be selfish.
All right, so our next pet peeve is setting up your camera to film yourself in everybody's way.
Yes.
Everybody's way.
Yes, we understand 100% how it is to set up a camera in a gym.
Yeah.
And how it feels, and just to deal with people walking through, and that's fine. You're in a public gym, fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
Right, you are in a public gym. Get your camera out of the way. If someone walks in front of you, so be it. You know what I mean? You're in a public gym. That's not your space. If you really want to do this stuff where no one bothers you, build your own gym. Do it at home. Like that. Yeah. That's true. Like,
or do like we do and go late at night when there's nobody there.
Yeah, we've done a lot of 3 a.m. gym videos, and you can probably tell we look super tired. But like, you have to do what you got to do.
And just be courteous about the other people around us. And there are so many really great sort of options as far as camera accessories. So for like your phone and things, where you can attach it to machines and make it a little bit easier, so it's not like in the middle of the floor of the gym, like taking up a bunch of space, so people feel awkward to walk around it and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of really great different ways to film in the gym without being in anybody else's way, and making other people feel awkward, even though you feel awkward typically when we're filming.
I hate
yourself. So having everybody know that you're filming, that bothers us. But for a lot of people out there, they don't care about that, and they just think it's their time to shine, and that's fine. But there's ways to go about it without impeding other people while they're working out.
Yeah, I just feel like also I really am there to like work out, and I enjoy working out with headphones on, hoodie on. You know how I am. I'm very covered up. I like that because it's like my solitude. A big part of it is I love music, so I can listen to music. I can listen to music, get some activity in, feel really good about it. Me, when I'm trying to record and do that, it really takes away from me trying to get my own workout in. So I like to do it in a separate time, like you're saying. I'd much rather go later, and when there's no one around, I don't got to bother with setting up equipment. It takes much longer to film. If you're trying to do an actual like educational video or tip video or something that will actually help people or like explain things, and you got to have a mic on, you got to do all this, and you're talking like some crazy asshole randomly, like. So I just think it's better when the gym's way quieter, and trying to just be able to have time to do it, and nobody feels awkward, like you said, and you're not taking up all this equipment for 25 minutes to do. Look at my tricep, like I really need this handle, then I need this handle, then I need here, and I need this other angle. Like, it takes a lot of effort, and for the people that do it well, you're awesome. Like, I've seen some people do really good stuff like that.
Yeah.
And some people don't give a fuck. They just go out and do it, and it's awesome. Just got to be nice and, like you said, courteous.
Yeah.
Be courteous.
Okay, so our next pet peeve: hovering over someone after you ask them, how many sets do you have left?
How does it make you feel? Because we're a little different on this one. How do you feel about that?
I feel like if I'm like, this is my last set, I'm almost done, and they want to like stand by and wait, like totally cool. Like, I get it, because I know what it's like to, duke it out from machines or whatever. Now, if I just started, I'm like, I have like 4 sets, and they're standing there like this while I'm exercising.
We get a lot of creepers anyway.
We got a problem. We got a problem. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's just rude. Like, I get it. Like, if there's a certain number of sets where you're like, you know what, I feel like I can hang out for a couple of minutes and wait for this because this machine's going to be worth it. But if someone just sits down and, like, gets started, like, maybe go find something else to do and then come back.
That's my opinion of it. So many times I've been like walking to a machine, I'm like, oh, cool, and someone will dive in, take your parking spot. You know what I mean? Like, they take it and sit down. I don't even say anything. I'm not gonna like, cool. Like, if it's a side raise machine, side lateral machine, or something random that gym has that I really like, there's dumbbells, there's cables. If I can't find cables, I'll go do dumbbells. Like, and like we said earlier, I understand that they're very particular type of like programs that really want you to do these certain things. And if that's it, you find a better gym. Like, really, if you're going to competition and you're trying to work out for something, like for real, if it's that serious, you need to find an elite gym where there's only, 10 people during the day and you have time to do it. And if you're just working out and doing whatever, like, you can get away with switching your exercise up.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you don't actually need that thing. I'm not a big fan of asking someone in general, or someone asking me, how many sets do you have? I think that's the weirdest shit to me. Why does it matter? If I'm doing flies on the fly machine, how many sets do you have? 67. No, 67. Like, and there are people, hey, do you mind if I work in? Not really. On a machine, no. If it's something like a hack squat, do you mind if? Yes, because then we got to pull weights off every time, unless you're just a monster. Then I got to pull weights off, and I got to try to keep up with you. I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm over here with my 3.5, 4 plates, and I'm getting it, and this dude's like, I need 7. It's your machine. You are now better than me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you are way more advanced than me, so this should now be your machine. And sometimes somebody will ask, and I'm like, dude, this is my last set, and That's it. And I had other people ask, hey, whenever you're done with this machine, just let me know. I'm right here and I'll take it from you when you're done. That's the best way I've seen somebody go about it.
Oh, really? Because like for me, if someone was like, come get me or let me know, like I'll be over here, and I look over there and I don't see you, like I'm no,
I'm
not going to search you out.
Yeah, if they're gone, I ain't searching you out. I'm just going to leave. And you should keep an eye on it for your own thing. But like they stay right here in the bench in front of me. And I'm just like, dude, I'm done. And they're like, oh, cool, thank you. Leave the weights and I'll get it. All right, it worked out for me.
Yeah, no, I had a guy come up to me, was it yesterday, on the shoulder press machine, and he was like, how many sets do you have left? And I was like, I just finished my last set. And I was like, oh, that was my last set, you can take it. I was like, let me clean it off for you. And I got up and I was gonna go clean it off for him, and he just started adjusting the seat and sat down, and I was like, never mind.
There you go.
Do it dirty, man, do it dirty.
What's up? Raw dog it. What's up? What's up? Next one.
So our last one.
And this one, Kate gets way more than me. I've ever gotten. I've only gotten this once or twice. And this goes unsolicited information.
Yeah.
Unless someone's getting ready to die, and you know they're getting ready to die in the gym, you don't know what they're doing. Unsolicited information. You don't need to walk up and be like, that exercise would be so much better. You're doing it incorrectly. If you brought you don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You really don't. Like, even as a coach, this used to annoy me as I've gotten more experienced and training people and just my own experience. How many times have I walked in and tried something? I'm like, I've never done this. Let's see how this works. This ain't working right. And if you walk up to me and was like, you really should be, I'd be like, you don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I can see how much it takes till my arm flies off.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. What's your opinion on the unsolicited?
Yeah,
You get those
I don't appreciate it. And it makes me feel like I must just be doing everything wrong all the time because people like to come over. I say people. Men like to come over and try to, give me information on different, and it's like, I don't know you. I don't know your background. I don't know if you know what you're doing any more than I know what I'm doing at this point. So if I'm going to take advice on working out, it's going to be from you, and I usually don't take it from you either.
Yeah, you don't take advice from me either. So
I'm definitely not going to take it from random strangers. But yeah, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. And so I can imagine that if it happens to other people, it would make them feel uncomfortable as well. So unless I'm clearly struggling, I'm caught in a machine, the cable is wrapped around my neck and I'm straight, like whatever it is, like I don't need you to come over and save me from myself. Yeah.
That I have, I've had people come up, men that are in really good shape, and they'll ask, hey, so what are you doing for this? Not in the way of they're actually curious, why are you doing this? And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Because if you look like that, then we'll trade information. And then I'll ask somebody looks amazing, and you can walk up and ask them too.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to ask. Most people in the gym, if you ask them something about why they look so good, they're gonna love it.
Yeah.
They will love talking to you about that.
Well, it's like you were telling me earlier about this guy at the gym that we go to now, and you were like, his calves.
Oh yeah,
and
massive.
I was like, go ask
massive.
him. What's
I
he doing?
noticed him today.
What does he
He's
do?
a little dude. I don't know. He's shorter than me, and I'm a short dude. So he's a little dude, in pretty decent shape, a little guy, pretty decent shape, got some muscle, but his calves. In the Amish community, he must be a king. That's a joke.
We love a good calf. So
no, calves are hard. If everybody knows, calves are hard. You got to train them the right way, and there are a lot of genetics. But his calves were just like bubbles on the side of his leg. I don't know what he did for his life, but he walked tippy toes. Whoop, 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 whoop. I don't know. Calves are awesome, but yeah, if you see somebody that has something you like, you got to ask them, right?
Yeah.
You should, if you want to learn, ask them, and they'll probably use it, and that way you can maybe make a friend or a gym friend or get a spotter with that kind of stuff. The gym community, with all this being said, usually the gym community is pretty damn good, from what I've gathered. From all of our experiences, for all this, I'm not saying this is we don't want to run through this to make everybody's an asshole. The gym community is awesome. These are just other ways to make it
more awesome
and help everybody out. It should be a community thing. It's awesome when you see people hyping people up and working out with each other and having fun and doing all that.
This is just those extra bits that will really, really just kind of take it next level for your gym experience, making sure not just that you're getting the best experience, because we also want to make sure that everybody else is getting a good experience too. And so I think that's always nice to look outside of yourself, because sometimes when we're at the gym, like you said, you've got headphones on, you're in your zone. And a lot of times, once we're there, we have blinders on and we don't realize maybe some of the other things that we're doing that could be making other people feel uncomfortable, or, that they're, yeah, just lessening their experience essentially.
Yeah, and if the gym is like, if you got all your stuff picked up and there's not shit all over the floor and things look good and things work, there's an aura that comes with that. It's like they say, if your house is really cluttered and dirty, it creates more like anxiety. So if the gym is nice and clean and everything looks good and everything's picked up when you go in, it's like, you might feel a little more fired up about it.
Yeah.
Right? Do you have any other pet peeves to add to this? Anything off the cuff? What's something you could think of that's just like
my pet peeves are things like this morning walking into the gym and all the treadmills are taken, except the one that was broken.
Yeah.
It was like, oh man, and there's a lot of treadmills at the gym and they were all taken. Just little things like that because it's just timing.
Yeah, and that's not a pet. That's just a little bit more of annoying. But you got to prepare for that, and you got to prepare for it.
Yeah, you got to. Some days you got to walk in knowing like, all right, this might be one of those days where I have to really sort of like piecemeal my workout together because there's so many people. But yeah.
Ever since the beginning of the year and we switched gyms, I've already planned on it. Every day I go into the gym, I won't be able to do what I want. And it's like cool. I mean, like I know how to train enough for like changing things around into failure, but yeah, you just gotta work with what you got a lot of times. It's not that important for most people. It's not that big of a deal if you gotta use a barbell or a dumbbell.
Yeah.
You gotta use a Smith machine or a free bar. You gotta do a squat or a hack squat. You can't get your exact shoulder press machine down. This is the first gym I've ever been to where I've seen it before. I've never seen this. I told you about this, where we were there one day and there's like 3 bench presses, flat bench presses, and they were full of people use them. And I see 2 groups of people waiting right there just like this for like 25 minutes waiting. And I was like, you can do other stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this one exact thing right now in this gym. This is not that gym. You don't have to do this. Go do some dumbbells, do a Smith machine, find a chest press machine. It'll do the same thing for the most part.
Yeah.
Unless you're a strength guy and you really need to get 3.5 plates and that number needs to come up and it has to be on this one barbell that's your friend. Other than that, you can switch it up.
Yeah.
Right?
So thank you so much for joining us today with this lovely video. And if you have any of your own gym pet peeves, let us know. Drop us a comment. We want to hear.
Yes, let us know.
We want all the tea.
And if you have any weird gym pet peeve experiences that have happened to you, or any of these, let us know. And we hope these helped you out and makes your gym experience a little bit more, we'll say, enjoyable. And maybe you'll notice them now and it'll be funny.
Yeah.
Maybe now you'll be like, I never noticed that. And now this shit is like, look at this.
Now I see it.
Now the hunter and gatherer. Oh, now this person doesn't, So hope it worked out and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Toodles.